Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. Today I wanted to look at this. I found this fantastic lovely set of cheese knives that I wanted to give my brother for Christmas, and I decided to make a lovely glass cheese board to go with it. Now I know maybe a cheese board should be something simple, so it's really just showing off the cheese, but I just decided to use this as an excuse to put all my Marini in rainbow colour order, well not all of them, but quite a few of them, and showcase those instead. So today I'm going to show you how to make this fantastic multicoloured cheese board. Now I do say that this is made out of Marini, and there's a lot of Marini there and it would cost a lot, but you could always make something like this out of just some frit or strips of glass instead if you didn't want to use Marini, or you could use strips of glass and a little bit of Marini. But I just wanted to show you how I made this. So today I will show you how to do it. So I made this as a sample for something I was doing, and I really love it. I love the texture and the design, how it feels. And I wanted to make my brother a cheese board for Christmas. So I had the idea of using this kind of design, but with our Marini, and going across in all the different colours, finding the different colour Marini. So I am going to get on with that, and I will show you when it's ready to go in the kiln. It's going to go on a full fuse, and then we'll be just, I'm going to put some feet, I'm going to full fuse some feet as well, so it will have some feet that will glue on and raise it up to make it kind of feel a bit chunky.
Look at the fires, look at the way your name is written on the sky. The moments passing by. Can you hear the music? Can you hear the beat? Can you hear the passion of the fever at your feet? Light of the night, heat of the day. You control it all and make the darkness melt away.
So here it is out of the kiln. I really love it. I cold wet the edges, I can do that. It was just a little bit spiky. And I'm now going to re-fire it this way up, just because I want the top surface really lovely and fired to a really smooth finish. And I wanted to try to break it, obviously. But since I've not broken it, I prefer this side than this side. I just kind of like the pattern a bit more. Wow, that was lucky I didn't break it. I also want to make some feet. Because it's a cheese board, I want it to be able to kind of raised up, one so that, when you're picking it up, you've got some space for your fingers to kind of get underneath to pick it up. And I like this idea. But guys, I know this is a very kind of colourful cheese board, and if you're doing cheese, you may just not want something this colourful, but I've got the Marini and I felt like doing it, and it's a rainbow and I love rainbows. So I'm going to put these in just a tack fuse. The fusing I'm doing right now is a very low sort of fire polished tack fuse, and then I'm actually going to cold work these really neatly, so they're very, very kind of they look like one block, and they'll have a kind of satin finish to them, and they will go underneath of it and be glued onto this. So those are going to go in the kiln now, and we can have a look how it looks when it's all put together. So here this is out of the kiln, and the feet. I'm going to cold work the feet a bit just to make them nice and neat. They'll have a satin finish around the edge, and then we can glue them onto this side, which is now nice and flat because of fusing it the other way up, and it will be ready to be a beautiful cheese board. So I have the little feet I've made that I need to glue on, so I'm going to use the 2-part Aral Dyke Crystal Clear. You'll be able to see a link to it and to the Amazon.com shop we have at the bottom under, in the info at the video. So if you want to know where it is and buy it from Amazon.com, I'm afraid if you're in the UK or France or Europe, you'll need to just find it on your own one. We can only set up one. This glue I mix quite a lot, for at least a minute, probably longer. And now I've got the glue, I'm putting it on. Now, sensible people, like Miller here, would measure this, but I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm doing it pretty kind of close to the edge. Now the important thing with this is when you're gluing is to keep an eye on it. If the table is not level, these will slide. So you either want to make sure you're putting them on a level, very level surface, and make sure your surface is level, or just keep an eye on them so that if they move at all, you prop them back up. Now my feet, I mitered the edges of my feet so that they've got a kind of, they're down to a point because I wanted them to be a little bit more elegant. I've got to say they're not, 100% square or equidistant, but I think they're good and I think they look really elegant as feet for this particular dish. I'm going to leave this glue to dry and we can have a look when the project is all ready and finished. So here it is all glued. Unfortunately one of the feet slipped. I wasn't paying attention because I had too much going on here, and yeah, that's what happens. So it's better to keep an eye on things when they're gluing. I learned from me, but it still looks amazing. I think it'd be great with this set of cheese knives, and I hope my brother, this is going all the way to Canada for him for a Christmas present. Happy Christmas, Josh. If you happen to watch this before Christmas, I'm sorry. I've given away the surprise in a YouTube video, but I hope you'll like it. I think it's a great idea. Cheese boards can be a really wonderful Christmas present, particularly if you can find a lovely set of cheese knives to go with them. So there's an idea. Yes, using a Lotta Marini may not be an option for you, but you can always do it with other glass. So I really hope you've enjoyed this one. Remember, you can get all our products at tabithasglassemporium.com, and we will see you next time.
It's emotion. It's about the time it all comes back around. Holds the oceans like a tidal wave that keeps you safe and sound. Can you feel the magic? Can you feel the touch? Can you feel the holy universal burst of love? Falling into gravity, living in your galaxy. You don't think you're made of stars, but to me, that's what you are.